Ambe Steels, जे बन्छ दिगो बन्छ. Real, जमघट जहाँ Real Party Pack त्यहाँ.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
296 Indians and 4 Nepali nationals were rescued from Iran on Wednesday under Operation Sindhu, according to sources. So far, 3,154 Indians have been rescued under this operation. Meanwhile, in Kathmandu, Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak has announced that a new department will be formed under the Home Ministry next fiscal year to tackle drug abuse, noting that it is the second most common crime among prisoners. In global news, Supreme Leader of Iran declared victory over Israel and has accused the US of failing in its strikes. This and more on today's Kantipur News. Good evening, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Landslides disrupt traffic along key sections of Sedara Highway. Government spends millions on annual repairs and road upgrades. Government plans to set up separate department to tackle drug abuse. IGP Deepak Thapa reports escalating drug abuse in Kathmandu Valley. Supreme Leader of Iran declares victory over Israel, slamming US strikes as failed. Calls US President Trump's war claims exaggerated. And Manchester City and Juventus battle for Group G lead tonight. Winner advances as group leader, draw favors Juventus. Welcome back. The government is set to establish a separate department to control drug abuse. At a program held in Kathmandu today, Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak announced that the government will establish a dedicated department under the Ministry of Home Affairs in the upcoming fiscal year to control drug abuse. He stated that among the prisoners across the country, the second highest number are those involved in drug abuse and trafficking.
हामी लागू असरलाई नियन्त्रण गर्नका लागि तपाईहरुले आज भन्नुभयो जस्तै हामी बेग्लै विभागको स्थापना गर्ने पनि घोषणा गर्छौं.
Inspector General of Nepal Police Deepak Thapa said that the problem of drug abuse is increasing in the Kathmandu Valley. He emphasized the need for awareness programs at all levels as part of the campaign against drug abuse. Four more Nepali nationals have been rescued from Iran. The rescue was carried out on Wednesday under Operation Sindhu, launched by the Government of India. A total of 296 individuals were rescued in this phase, including the 4 Nepalese. Among the rescued Nepali nationals are Gayatri Thapa and Utsav Thapa, among others. They expressed their gratitude to the Government of India for assisting in their evacuation following the deteriorating situation in Iran. Under Operation Sindhu, India has so far rescued a total of 3,154 Indian nationals from Iran. Now, a total of 57 Nepali citizens who had been held captive in Rudrapur and Kashipur in Uttarakhand, India, have been rescued by the organization Why India and brought back to Nepal via the Gadachauki border point. Upon reaching the Gadachauki checkpoint, the victims chanted slogans in support of their rescuers and against the gang that had deceived and held them hostage. They had been lured with promises of attractive jobs only to be taken to India, locked in rooms and subjected to torture. At the Gadachauki border, they were welcomed by Kanchanpur's Chief District Officer Laxman Dhakal and Sudur Paschim Province Police Chief DIG Dambar Bahadur Bishwakarma. Visibly shaken and exhausted after the rescue, they shared the pain they had endured.
क्लास दिनुपर्ने रहेछ पहिला अनि क्लास दिए 23000 रुपैयाँ भरे मैले 23000 रुपैयाँ पनि घर धितो राखेको भनेको अब त्यही भएर अनि अब लास्टमा त यस्तो रहेछ भन्ने कुरा।
The rescue was made possible through coordination and support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nepal, the Ministry of External Affairs of India, the Nepali Embassy and the KIN India.
हाम्रो जब न्यूजहरु आयो के साथीहरुले हामी 2018 बाट हामी यो कुराहरुमा परेका थियौं हामी पनि त्यो ठाउँमा 2018 मा पुगेर फर्किएको भनेर मेसेजहरु गर्नु भएको छ तर वीरेन्द्र साईले कहिले देखि सुरु गरेको भन्ने कुरा अहिले हामीले बताउन सक्ने अवस्था छैन। वीरेन्द्र साई भन्ने उसको नागरिकता डोटी जिल्लाबाट बनेको छ।
Among the 57 rescued individuals, 10 were from Chitwan, 9 from Kailali, 5 from Sunsari and 4 each from Udaipur, Teratum and Panchthar. 3 people each were from Dang, Siangja and Bake, 2 each were from Taplejung, Doti and Thading, while 1 person each was rescued from Sarlahi, Kaski, Rukum, Baglung, Ilam and Rupandehi. All rescued Nepali citizens have been safely returned to their respective home districts. Now, moving on, the Parliamentary Hearing Committee has received 7 complaints against 3 individuals nominated for appointment as justices of the Supreme Court. During a committee meeting held today at Singhadarbar, Committee Chair Ishwari Devi Nyopane confirmed the complaints. 2 complaints each have been filed against nominees Meghras Pokhrel and Srikant Podil, while 1 complaint has been lodged against Shanti Singh Thapa. In addition, 2 submissions were categorized as general or theoretical objections. The committee has decided to summon the complaints for a hearing tomorrow. The nominees, along with the individual recommended for Judicial Council membership, will be called on Sunday to present their action plans.
कार्यकर्ताहरूलाई बोलाएर उजुरी सुन्ने 15 गते चाहिँ 3 जना प्रस्तावित न्यायाधीश र न्यायपरिषदको सदस्य उहाँहरूको कार्ययोजना माथि छलफल पनि गर्ने निर्णय पनि सम्भवतः त्यस दिन या नभए अर्को दिन पनि हुन सक्छ।
One of the complaints against Meghras Pokhrel accuses him of forging government documents in relation to a land ownership dispute involving Apollo Capital investment in Satungal, Kathmandu. The complaint alleges Pokhrel tampered with a report sent by the Survey Office to the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIA, which stated that the company used more land than officially recorded. Another complaint alleges Pokhrel appeared at a party briefing organized by the Rashtriya Swatantra Party regarding a case involving party chair Rabi Lamichhane, raising questions about his impartiality. Supreme Court nominee Srikant Podil has been accused of involvement in financial irregularities totaling approximately 8 billion Nepali rupees during his tenure as Supreme Court Registrar. Meanwhile, Shanti Singh Thapa faces allegations of involvement in activities violations human rights. No complaints have been filed against Mahesh Kumar Nyopane, who has been recommended for appointment as a member of the Judicial Council. Now, former Prime Minister and Chair of the CPN Unified Socialist, Madhav Kumar Nepal, was released last night after posting bail of 3.5 million Nepali rupees in connection with the Patanjali land case as ordered by the special court. The bench of judges Tej Narayan Singh Rai, Ram Bahadur Thapa and Bidur Koirala issued the order for release on bail, following which Nepal was freed the same night. The court has summoned him again on the 29th of July.
उल्लेखित माग गरिएको धरोटी रकम वा बैंक जमानत दिन नसके विशेष अदालत नियमावली 2080 को नियम 30 को उपनियम 2 बमोजिम निज प्रतिवादीलाई थुनुवा बुर्जेदी थुनामा राख्न सम्बन्धित कारागार कार्यालयमा पठाइदिनु।
In its order, the court mentioned that whether the decisions made by the then cabinet fall under the category of purely policy decisions will be determined during the final verdict of the case. A detention hearing took place yesterday at the special court involving former Prime Minister Nepal and others. During the statement, he claimed that the decision to grant land ceiling exemption for the Patanjali land purchase was a policy-level decision. In a testimony that lasted nearly 4 hours, he maintained that he had not committed any wrongdoing. The government attorneys defended the charges filed by the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority. This marks the first time since 1990 that a former Prime Minister has appeared in court to give a statement in a corruption case. Over 100 legal professionals expressed the desire to represent Nepal. As the courtroom could not accommodate all of them, arrangements were made to broadcast the proceedings in the court premises using microphones. Senior advocates including Harihar Dahal, Govinda Bandi, Sambhu Thapa and Gopal Krishna Ghimire argued in Nepal's defense. The defense team had requested the court to release him on a general date without bail. Nepal's legal team argued that an individual who contributed to the 1990 People's Movement, the achievement of republicanism, and the nation at large should not be placed in custody or asked for bail. They also claimed the case was politically motivated and asserted that the CIAA could not charge a decision as illegal if it falls under the realm of policy, which the law does not define as corruption. Nepal, who became Prime Minister in 2009, is accused of illegally allowing the sale of land that had been granted to Patanjali Yogpith, an Ayurvedic company in Nepal, under a land ceiling exemption for industrial purposes. The CIAA filed the case on 5th of June, early charging 93 individuals, including former ministers Dambar Shrestha, then Chief Secretary Madhav Ghimire, then Land Reform Secretary Chabiraj Pant, and the head of Patanjali Nepal, Saligram Singh. The CIAA has demanded recovery of 185.85 million Nepali rupees from Madhav Kumar Nepal, a fine of the same amount, that an imprisonment ranging from 10 to 14 years. Now moving on, the Sedara Highway, which stretches 180 kilometers from the Indian border at Sonauli to the tourist destination of Pokhara, plays a crucial role in connecting key locations such as Lumbini, Pokhara and Muktinath in Mustang. It also serves as a vital route for travelers using the Kali Gandaki corridor via Rani Mahal and Ramdi to each Mustang. However, the highway continues to face significant risks due to landslides, particularly in the Palpa section, where areas like Siddha Baba, Doban, Jumsa, Hiude Khola, Gaude Pul, Dumre, Lamdada, Dhyarini, and Peopledada Sera remain vulnerable. In Siangza district, 2 sections near Galyang Bazar have experienced road collapses. More than a dozen sections of the Siddhartha Highway currently operate as single-lane roads due to damage. Last year, Hiude Khola saw a complete 2-day blockage, and this year, a 2-lane road has been constructed there, though other areas have still faced traffic jams lasting up to 10 hours. The highway is also a critical alternative route when the Butwal Naranghat road is blocked, making its upkeep even more essential. According to the Road Division Office, over 10 million Nepali rupees is spent annually on regular maintenance, while total yearly expenditures on repairs and upgrades exceed 200 million Nepali rupees. The recurring damage and high cost highlight the urgent need for a long-term solution to safeguard this strategic infrastructure. It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's today's question. Why have important bills in Parliament been stalled by the government? Your options are A, ploy of interest groups, B, interference over legislative works, C, trying to do better, or D, no comment. Visit www.kantipurtv.com or www.ekantipur.com to share your opinion with us. Welcome back. Travel along the Hetauda Kulekhani Sisneri Kathmandu Road has significantly improved after major repair and blacktopping work was completed. The road, including a concrete bridge, had been washed away by flood on September. Nearly 10 months later, the Ministry of Physical Infrastructure and Development of Bagmati Province has restored the damaged sections, easing transportation in the area.
A total of 12.6 kilometers of Kulekhani Humane Bhanjang road section has now been blacktopped. PR Infrastructure Company completed the work before the start of the monsoon, bringing relief to travelers and local residents in the area.
अब हामी तरकारी सरकारी बेच्दै पनि राम्रो भइरहेको छ
पिच भएको छ चिटिक्कै छ के अहिले राम्रो भएको छ पहिला भन्दा अलिकति अलि सहजै भएको छ
The road reconstruction was carried out by PR Infrastructure at a cost of 407.2 million rupees. Although the contract required the project to be completed by the end of Asar, which is mid-July, the company finished the work on time, making travel along this route more convenient.
कच्ची बाटो धेरै हिँड्नु पर्यो नि त त्यही भएर अलि धुलो चाहिँ उठ्थ्यो पहिला अहिले चाहिँ अलि सहज छ
Thousands of small vehicles travel on this road daily. With the road now operational, people from Kathmandu, Makwanpur, Bara, Parsa, Rohtahat, Sarlahi and Chitwan districts are experiencing easier travel. Even pilgrims from India visiting Kathmandu are using this route. The 300-meter stretch of road in the Sisneri section that was washed away during the flood has now been rebuilt at a cost of 10 million rupees. Likewise, 600 meters of the road in the Jamiri section has been reconstructed at a cost of 44.5 million rupees.
एकदम छोटो समयमै हामीले जुन चाहिँ नदीबाट जुन डाइभर्सन थियो त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले एउटा ट्र्याकमा ल्याएर अहिले चाहिँ हामी यो तपाई देखिरहनु भएको छ यो सडकमा चाहिँ तपाई चाहिँ गाडी गुडाउने अवस्था चाहिँ हामी छोटो समयमा चाहिँ हामीले गरेका छौं.
Work is also underway to build a permanent concrete bridge over the Mahalakshmi River, which was damaged by the flood. In Simkholi of Kulekhani, construction of a temporary Bailey bridge has begun to restore connectivity. A report by Balkrishna Adhikari for Kantipur News, Hetauda, Makwanpur.
That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Our colleague Rupa Khatka will join you at 7 p.m. with Nepali News. Stay with us.